by a poet from Marshall Islands. Her name is Kathy Jetnil-Kijiner. It's called Utilomar. I dreamt of a dead shark. We were at a family party. My mother asked me to check the oven, and when I opened it, there it was. Massive, grey, leathered skin, jaw open like a metal trap. I dreamt of eating a shark. When I woke up, I met my mother in the hallway. I told her about my dream, how it felt, foreboding. Together we went outside, and that's when we found the world flooded. Water everywhere. Our neighbors wandering outside, mourning days on their faces, homes inundated, families evacuated, sent to sleep on classroom floors at the nearby elementary school. My family is a descendant of the RiPako clan, the shark clan, known to control the waves with roro, chants. It was said that they turned the tides with the sound of their voice. They sang songs to sharks, encircling their canoes. We were connected to these white-tipped, slick-bodied ancestors, carving through water we would never have eaten them. In the Marshall Islands, I teach Pacific literature. Together we read the stories of our ancestors told around coconut husk fire. So what are the legends we tell ourselves today? What songs are we throwing into the fire? What are we burning? And will future generations recite these stories by heart, hand over chest? Maybe in one legend, I'll start by saying, in the beginning was water. Water from the sea that flooded our homes, our land, and now our only underground reservoir, what we call a freshwater lens, shaped like the front of an eyeball, nestled deep in our coral. Feeding on rainwater, it watches us. Burning and angry, it is vindictive. It poisons us with salt, leaving us dry and thirsty. Over 6,000 miles away from my island home is the US state of Minnesota. I've read that Minnesota, like the Marshalls, is simultaneously drowning and thirsting. In 2007, 24 Minnesota counties received drought designation, while 7 counties were declared flood disasters. In 2012, this time, 55 Minnesota counties received drought designation, while 11 counties declared flood emergencies. Climate scientists warn of intensified heat. This heat threatens Minnesota's Great North Woods, a forest nearly 12,000 years old. Scientists predict the mixed hardwood and conifer forest will follow glaciers and retreat north by as much as 300 miles in the next century. I imagine a hardwood tree, ancient and weary, dry, untangling its roots from the soil before heaving its tree-trunk body to a new home, where it will forever mourn its roots. In this legend, identify the theme, the moral, the message. What have we learned? Have we learned anything? What is the archetype of a monster and a hero? Can they be one and the same? Here's another story of a tree on one of our atolls known as Kwajalein. This was said to be a flowering tree at the south end that grew from the reef itself. A Utilomar tree. It was said its magical white petals fell into the water and bloomed into flying fish. On a lazy Sunday, my cousin and I lay side by side on my auntie's veranda, sun drying our skin together. We dreamed an organization dedicated to young people like us, who leapt blind and joyful into water, willing ourselves wings to fly, who dared to dream of a world where both forests and islands stay rooted, who believe that this world is worth fighting for. I still nightmare of dead leather sharks, but I'd rather dream. I'd rather imagine our next generation, their voices turning the tides, how our underground reservoir will drink in their chants, how they will speak shark songs and fluent fish, how they will leap, petal soft, beautiful, unafraid, into the water before blossoming to fly.